the G-force. Feel the flame, our names in the light. Victory's our aim, chanting louder than turbine screams. Together we live these racing dreams. We ride the lightning, engines crying. Fire up the stream, it's race time, drive! Welcome to the pack. Welcome to the grace.
Hey, good evening, good evening. Hope all is well with you. iRacing obviously just dropped yesterday build 3, or season 3. We're in the Porsche right now. We're going to take a look at the GT3 tires and this. Then we're going to go over to the Ferrari GT3 here at Daytona. Then we'll flip over to the Ferrari 296 Challenge. Take a look at some of the differences. And then to finish off, we'll go to Nurburgring, see if I can get a faster lap time that I did at the 24-hour Nurburgring in the Porsche. And if we really push it, I might do a little sprint race in the 296 Challenge. Oh wait, no, scratch that, because it's at the bend, and I don't have the bend, and really I don't want to buy the bend. All right, let's go. Let's see here. But you can see right away, tire temps much colder than before. I've got a Daytona setup, the iRacing Daytona setup. I don't know if Daytona got like a little refresh or something, or maybe I never noticed it before, but it looks like there's like blotches of like paint on the track. Yeah, you definitely got to be careful on the outlap. I did a couple laps before this, and every time right at the kink, I always lost it there. I think just pushing it on cold tires. So we'll do a few laps here. Or not. Oh, yeah. I was gonna see if I could keep it out of the wall. Might just go to a Ferrari. Some tracks changed a bit. 11, I think. Yeah, more so on the NASCAR side, but Daytona's used for both, because you see like almost like paint. But this first lap is like, oh. And I'm not sure if this is like just an old iRacing setup that they just changed the ride heights or something. But yeah, this outlap is oof. let's try to brake earlier. Never driven it, so you can't tell the difference. I've seen two or three different editions of Daytona. I think it's two. I think it's the original and then the current one. Original, I think, dates back to like 2008. If I would have pressed any harder, I would have just spun. See what the pretty sure I should be able to get like a 44, 45 here.
That lap time was 1:48.10.
But the tire, I don't know, feels like bouncier. Like you can feel it. And like this, the second full lap, it's not right down a second. So right now I'm waiting for the new race calendar and road to 3K starts. Yes. The calendar is actually up. It's a tentative calendar, so there might still be a few tweaks, but it's available now.
47.07.
If you go under the staff post in the forums, you'll find it there. Once it's actually official, then I'll put it in the team Discord. So it's like the third lap, but I'm still. That's got to be set up because it just wants to kill me. Yeah, for everything, even NASCAR, dirt rally, if you really wanted. Yeah, I'm guessing that it's got to be with the setup, because it still wants to kill me. All right, let's go into the Ferrari. Ferrari. No, it's top secret. Ferrari. Yeah, let's go GT3 first. Just loading. But I gotta say the Ferrari Challenge, somewhat, the front looks ugly. That's what I think. But that thing's like a rocket ship. All right, back here, and yeah, Daytona set. Let's go change that. I don't know. I did a 48. Like here, you don't really need to put it in a second gear. But when we get into the challenge, man. Oops.
Disengage limiter.
All right, we're just warming up the tires here. Just warming up. Yeah, I haven't driven this Ferrari since a year and a half at least. Probably only a few times since it was released.
Cold tires all round.
But if we actually take a look at the paint scheme, there's the Canadian flag. And now I proudly represent Burkina Faso. That is the country I represent. I can't believe you can do that now. And like, you can do Antarctica. As if like someone has the a sim down in Antarctica playing iRacing. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Best is a 47.2. That's the all-time best. I'm not sure if I had the force feedback at 36 or at 42. I got the Porsche at 42. look at that right front is like way out of whack. And did you try, you tried the Porsche somewheres? I know Richard tried the Porsche at
148.16.
at the Nurburgring. You spin me right on, round, round. Alright, let's see how these tires act. Yeah, I think I got this at 36 because it is heavy. The front left is at 69, everything else is almost at 80.
You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
Oh, look at that. Just gotta keep it on the track. Laguna Seca. Monza and Road America just to get used to it. Not trying to do fast laps yet. Yeah. Should be a 46. Yeah, 46.6.
That lap was a 146.63. That's your fastest lap.
see, can we beat it? No, it's not gonna happen.
That was a 146.92. That puts you 0.30 off your best.
That was lap 5. All right, let's flip over to the challenge. And there's no setups for the challenge right now. I couldn't start. What? Launch air. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's see. A funny forecast. Oh, that North life in the rain. Come on. Gotta wait. Yeah, I think it was the anti-cheat. It thought I was gonna put wet tires on and then like at the last minute change to dry, but no, iRacing. I'm not part of Team Redline. I have to just cut it and come back to it. Let's try something. Shut that down. Probably have to go into the task manager. Task manager, iRacing. Yes, it's there. End task. Let's try load iRacing in. Start the service. Okay, we're back. We're back in business. We're back in business. Ferrari challenge. Here we go. I don't know, like the thing with the Ferrari challenge, you got 700 horsepower. Brakes aren't as good as the GT3. ABS and TC are there. Aerodynamics, less downforce. So, and it's going to be a D-class car. So unless your iRating's high enough, because normally you're not going to see guys at D-class past 3,000 iRating. So baseline setups, we just got high downforce, medium. I'm going to go with medium. Let's try medium. It's the overlay. So you've got 3 pages. So you got your race, you've got your tires. I'm guessing this is qualifying because it's Q. And then C is for coach lap. I don't know where they're gonna get coach lap time from, unless they don't give us any data. But this, if we look at, because I'm trying to figure out, are we on the same tire model as the GT3s in this? I don't think so, because we're at 44 Celsius. The GT3 tires are at like 30 Celsius. And we don't get the actual tire temps on here. We just get the tire pressure. So let's go for a spin, but watch this. If you haven't seen this already, it's crazy. You got to go into second gear with the pit limiter because it just wants to. And I'd have to look at the schedule to see if it's going to be standing starts for Ferrari Challenge, because this week, for week 13, the 15-minute sprints is standing start. Just the oh yeah, because you don't see my black box, but on the black box it shows 44 Celsius, and that's the cold temps. Ooh. Well, there's the damage model. Check that one. I did mention it's like somewhat ugly. I think it's the grill in the front. Alright, let's try this again. Gotta put the pit limiter on right away. Yeah, because up until that point, the tires went up to 50.
Still on. Disengage it.
50 Celsius.
We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them.
Almost the same thing as last attempt. Right, I think basic ollie had it at like 320 at Le Mans on the on the Mulsanne.
You need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
Yeah, so I think it is on old tire model. And in the notes, it doesn't say. Maybe I need to put up the TC. I normally don't touch ABS. It's my TC2. At 300.
You've just done a 206.7.
Yeah, that's a fast time. All right, come on. Come on. I'm still 17 seconds on the Delta.
Watch the track limits, please, Sean. You'll need to give back the time gained.
Because I have the ABS setting on my pedals, so it fights me when I go into ABS. Oh, one thing you can't change is the brake bias. Let's see what we can do here. That was definitely bad. Should be able to get into high 30s. Predicted time is a 49.9. No. Probably start braking about here.
That lap was a 143.3. That's your quickest lap in this session.
What? Oh, 143. Good. I think it could be much, much better. I would say at least another 5 seconds. Yeah, if you don't do stuff like that.
You need to watch these track limits.
From how they feel, I would say this is old tire model. And also from seeing the cold tire temps. But this thing's gonna take some getting used to. Nope. There. Just go to the camera. Hear the outside noise. Sounds.
Front left, 97%. Left rear, 97.
It's my mouse. Let's go far chase. Maybe chase or... Oh, this is the gyro. Yeah, professional driver. But considering buying a shaker for my brake, it's like a lot cheaper than. Oh yeah, you can get a shaker. I had that on my Fanatec pedals. Well, it came with the Fanatec pedals. They were like, it wasn't really strong, and it was like just a little tiny, like puck. But I think it's like SimCord. makes some. There's like actually a bunch of companies that make them. All right, well, before I do the Nurburgring in the Porsche, try to beat my time from last weekend, take this thing on the Nurburgring. Let's go. Let's do that. On the Nurburgring. Nurburgring. Combined. 24. Same temperature. It's gonna be crazy. What kind of setup do I use? Do I use medium downforce or high downforce? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, in the chat. Because there is none specifically for the Nurburgring. Let's see. Setups. You go with. Let's go medium downforce. ARB hole. Soft or stiff. And there's not much that you can change on here compared to like a GT3. All right. Let's give it a go. Oh, not that one. This one.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, Sim Magic. There's one for $80. Says great to have. Do we like ABS and locking up yet? ABS, yes. Locking up. I don't think iRacing gives that telemetry for lockup because we don't have it at SimiCube. Yeah,
slow down if you don't want a penalty.
Definitely did not have the grip there. Let's go get a time lapse. Oh, here we can do a And no, that was not with like launch control, nothing. That was just neutral, floor it, and then oh. I would have liked to have this on the weekend, right behind one of those Beamers on the straight. Be like, see ya. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to like brake back here. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah. You gotta brake. Again, you gotta brake super early with this thing. Let's take a look at the. Oh, it's not the right one. Where's my burnout? Let's see how the tire pressures react to this. I'm gonna have to lift before the 150. Where was the apex? I don't know. It does not want to turn. Now this is where it's gonna get crazy. No, can't go flat. It won't even turn.
Okay, John, we need to watch the track limits.
I saw a website locking up is support. Maybe it's deep in the settings or just 1,000. Because there's a setting, but I'm pretty sure the iRacing doesn't have the support for the lockup. And in this car, there's like no point in being in first gear. I can hear the bottom of the car smashing. Next year, Nurburgring 24, I want this. And everybody else can have the GT3. And we're competing against each other. Oof. Oh, fuck. More the driving GTP. When there's a GTP around, more so GTP, I'd rather be the bigger car and you don't have to worry about two other classes. Well, you gotta watch for the slower guys, but it's not like when you're a GT3, you're driving forwards while always looking back. Oh fuck! Yeah, force feedback's a little strong on this one. Can we make it back? No. Alright. That experiment is done. Let's go over to the Porsche.
Front left,
Look
98.
at that thing.
Rear left, 98.
Yeah, GTP, because, yeah, you're always looking forward rather than behind you. Yes, if you're a lapped car, it's different. What was it? I had a Toyota Corolla for like 7 years, and I'm just gonna get the Porsche here. So I had it for like 7 years, and my wife ended up. It was like one of the first snowfalls. She slid and bumped into a Santa Fe. So then I was like, oh yeah, well, our replacement vehicle is going to be like a Santa Fe. It ended up being a Sorrento, but it's like pretty much like sister cars. So I'm like, I want an SUV. I don't want to go back into a car. And like she's got a, it's just because it was like lower and stuff. But at the same time, if all that damage came from that Santa Fe, but the Santa Fe didn't have damage, I'm like, I want the bigger car the next time around. So yeah. And the Acura got a little bit more downforce. So that should help it out. All right, just loading in the Porsche at Nurburgring. See if I can get a better time than last weekend. Yeah, it's a Daytona set. Go Nurburgring. It's gonna fail. Two. Wow. Should all wheels be there? It must be 70 then. Okay, 70.3 in the front, 70.1 in the back. Richard said this is deadly, so I don't know. I trust him. But we're gonna test it out anyways. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, force feedback actually feels lighter. we couldn't make the short outlap. Yeah. I'll change it. Just go with the iRacing setup. There is a setup here. Yeah. Let's go combine. Let's go 99.
Disengage limiter.
TC, let's go 3. It's my 3. Let's go 37.2. All right. Set her back. So all-time best is a 23.4. All right. Optimal's 819. It's not the same setup, and obviously the tires are completely different. But let's see what we can do here. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a second lap.
This won't count. You've got the track.
Alright. I guess that didn't work. I guess I needed just a proper set. Yeah, damage model looks good. Tested the damage model, that's for sure. All right, I think that's it for me for tonight. Enough testing. Probably do some more testing once I actually get some proper setups for next week, and then keep rolling from there. But thanks everybody for showing up, and I'll see you in this next video. See you then.